It's just amazing how many more people, I just feel that sense of adventure. I think it's innate in human nature to want to get out and explore and see. And so as automakers have made more capable vehicles that we're able to complement, people are able to do a lot more than they ever were before. The thing that really blows you away the first time you visit Australia is how many built vehicles you see driving around. And that's what most Australians really enjoy doing, is being able to get into their very capable built vehicle and go visit an unexplored beach where they're the only ones on that beach. And so it really is in their DNA, and that translates into the product that's developed and that we get to use here in the US, based on the fact that they're just such fans of four-wheel driving and they're such a great engineering and manufacturing company. I'm Doug Pettis, president of ARB USA. My first experience with four-wheel driving was in the early 70s. My father bought a 1970 GMC 3/4-ton four-wheel drive truck. I couldn't quite fully understand as a child why we could go places that cars couldn't go, but we could go play in the sand and in the snow, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. And so that kind of planted the seed, the bug that really got me hooked on four-wheel drive. So my first experience behind the wheel in a four-wheel drive was probably at 12 years old. My grandfather had a 1951 M38 on his ranch in south central Washington, and he always used to say that as soon as your legs were long enough, you could reach the pedals, you could drive the Jeep. So my brother, my cousins, and I, it was the first vehicle that we drove. And I still own that vehicle today. It's been in the family for 50 plus years, so it's pretty cool to see it out on the trail still. All I knew of ARB initially, like most Americans, because that's how the company started here in the US, was air lockers. To me, they were the air locker, which was the toughest locking differential. It was product proven in the Australian outback, some very harsh environments certainly on Earth. So that was my first exposure, and then later on I would come to find all the wonderful products that they developed. When I was coming out of graduate school in 1997, the dot-com boom was still going on and everybody was going into tech, but my real passion had always been outdoors and four-wheel driving. So on a lark, I wrote two letters, one to the president of Warren Industries and one to the president of ARB, Jim Jackson, to see if there was an opportunity for a young business school graduate to come work for them. I didn't hear back from either president, which is not surprising, but thankfully a recruiter called me a number of years later, and on September 10th, 2012, Jim Jackson was retiring. I took the keys from him and have been at ARB ever since. ARB was formed in 1975 after the founder, Tony Brown, Anthony Ronald Brown, the initials of ARB, for those that want the answer to that trivia question. Took a trip to North Australia and saw the need for more robust product, and so he came back from that trip and started building products. The first product that he built was a roof rack, and so his brother Roger joined him in the company and helped kind of get it off the ground. And then a short time later, the youngest brother, Andy, joined the company as well. Andy and Roger are still in the company today. Andy's the managing director and Roger's the chairman of the board. We always say we're lucky because Andy's an off-road racer, so he really gets it. We get to do a lot of cool things that maybe some other companies don't. It's nice having a man at the top that understands off-roading, appreciates what it is, and likes to build and develop new and innovative product. So as the automakers have developed larger and very capable vehicles, it's certainly pulled a lot more people into this hobby and activity, which is fantastic. There's a lot of people discovering overlanding and adventure travel for the first time. It's great that ARB is one of the forefathers of that overlanding, is in a good position to really not only help provide great product for people looking to recreate that way, but also a lot of information and education on how to set their vehicle up properly for vehicle-based adventure travel. What really gets me fired up and inspires me every day is just the growth potential that we still have. There's just so much more opportunity for ARB off-roading and overlanding here in the US and throughout North America. Having seen the potential that it has and what it's growing to in Australia, I know we have so much more opportunities. So I get really excited as we grow and we hire new and talented young people and get to see them grow through their careers, and that we continue to build this thing called ARB USA and off-roading and overlanding in North America.